3 950s in a row.
Make it 4. Hey, what's going on, guys? Brandon here with Texas Plinking with a very special rifle to showcase. This is the Sig Sauer MCX SPEAR, particularly the 16-inch barreled 7.62 by 51. There's SPR versions of that same caliber. There's a 6.5 Creedmoor version coming out later, as well as the 277 Fury. But the Sig MCX SPEAR, this one here is hot, brand new on the market. It's the civilian version of the military's XM5, which was recently adopted. Now, before we get into it, some good news, bad news. We'll start with the bad news. It's really only bad news for me. This is not my personal rifle, so it's not mine to keep. However, the good news is I do have enough time with it to get some content. And after I'm done with the content, the best part of the good news is that this could actually be your rifle. Once again, I'm partnered up with GetEnterToWin.com, and through them, they're giving you guys the opportunity to win this thing. Just like I did with the Marlin Dark Series and 4570, the tactical modernized lever action. They really stepped it up this time, though. Like I said, it's hot in the market right now. I think the MSRP is in the mid 4,000s, but because they're so in demand, they're more so selling around the $7,000 mark, which is a bit ridiculous. That's why I don't have one. I'm going to wait for the market to chill out before I try to snag one for myself. But hey, the best way to get one is by winning via the contest. So I'll put a link in the description if you guys want to enter to win. The way you guys do enter is you buy a limited collectible, whether it's a gun mat or a mug or whatever it is. Link in the description. With every purchase, you get an entry. And through that, for full transparency, some of that goes back to me to help support what I'm doing here. So with every entry, honestly, very appreciative. And a lot of that also goes back to Get Enter to Win, which is a cool, small, veteran-owned company. And a lot of that money is going into buying more guns to give away. So overall, very, very cool. But thought I'd say all that for full transparency. But again, if you guys want a chance to enter to win, link in the description. The day I upload this video is the day the contest goes live. And it ends on May 7th, 11:59 p.m. PST. So again, that's the perfect way to get one of these right now, because otherwise they are going for way too much money, in my humble opinion. But that doesn't mean we can't at least have our fun with it, talk about it a little bit, and showcase some shooting. Speaking of some shooting, I did something a little ridiculous on it. I put a 6-36 by 56 Vortex Razor HD on it just because I wanted to see what it could do shooting long range. Content with the Spear is slowly starting to trickle out now on YouTube, but nobody seems to be stretching the legs on it because it's not marketed to be a long range gun. But if you guys know me, you know I love long range, so what the hell, I figured I'd see what it's all about. So we're going to go ahead and see what it does at 950 yards in this video, as well as on the last day of this giveaway, May 7th, I'll be uploading a video to the channel comparing this gun to the SCAR 17S. Again, that's going out May 7th, but I'll go ahead and show a little bit of that footage in this video just because it's a little bit more appropriately set up with like an EO tech for mid-range stuff. So I'll go ahead and show all that kind of shooting in this video. Before we get to the shooting, though, I kind of want to talk about the manual of arms a little bit. Won't get too nitty-gritty, but what the heck? It's a cool rifle, so I want to tell you guys a little bit about it. First off, comes out of the box with a 20-round mag. That is an AR-10 mag, so that's cool. Nothing proprietary there. Talking to you, FN. Although it takes AR-10 mags, this is not meant to be considered an AR-10 because it's not. However, it looks like a glorified AR-10. Main reason it's not an AR-10, though, is because it is not a direct impingement system rifle. This is a piston-driven gun, and with that, you have this cool adjustable gas block up here. 12 o'clock is normal. Put that off to the right, from my perspective anyway, and you're ready to go for suppressed shooting. And being that it's piston-driven, it doesn't require a buffer tube for functionality as far as the buffer spring and buffer, but it does have a buffer tube just so you can put on your favorite AR stock that you already know and love. Otherwise, it's not there for anything functional because you could fold it away and shoot it with the stock folded. So just a different operating system, but that's why it's not an AR-10. But it has the AR-10 controls that you already know. But in addition to the controls you know, it has a couple extras. For example, mag release, where you already know it's at, but the mag release is also on the other side. That goes for everything. It is 100% ambi, like our fire selector here, as well as usually when you lock the bolt to the rear or let the bolt go, it's that ping pong paddle shaped thing here. You could actually do that through this little guy right here. You have your traditional AR-10 or AR-15 charging handle. Go ahead and bring that all the way to the rear. And then we can press this thing up and it locks back. You can press that down to release. Now you saw me use the traditional T-shaped charging handle. On the left side, there's also a folding side charging handle, which is nicely shaped, very anti-snag. And when you fold it, it's got all these like knurled things on it so you can really get a good grip on it. And honestly, it's significantly easier just, manipulating the side charging handle. So you could do that when you're in the prone position to make it a little bit more comfortable, or if you're ridiculous like me and set it up with a large scope, the charging handle might not be so easy to get to, so that side charger is going to be very, very nice. Let's go ahead and get immature for a second and talk about the color. This bronze, coyote, anodized, whatever, is freaking pretty. It's like that cross between champagne, FDE, coyote bronze. I don't know, but I haven't seen it like this before. I think it looks really, really freaking cool. You got QD points all over the place, M-lock slots all over the place as well. Overall, just a really, really cool gun. The trigger, no match trigger by any means. It's slightly better than like an AR's mil spec, but you know, gets the job done for sure. Now, one thing I didn't get to do because it's not my rifle, my time's limited with it, I didn't get to run it suppressed. And I have a feeling this is where it's gonna come alive. Throw that the suppressed setting there, throw a can on it, and I think it's, I don't know, just really curious what it's gonna do with the recoil impulse, but I think it'll be really, really good. I'll go ahead and take a quick break from all the talking. Let's go ahead and just get into some shooting. Let's start with the long range. I went from 526 yards all the way to 950. For what it's worth, it didn't really like some ammo I was running, but I found out the best luck I had was with IMI Razor Core 175 grains. This has got a 1 in 10 twist barrel, so I figured it would like the 175s, and it did with the IMI Razor Core. And so with that being said, check this out.
Call your shot. What's your target?
We go for 526, start with the large silhouette and just start shooting a little smaller. If it hits.
Yeah, low rate.
I'll go for that middle one.
That looks like dead center.
Let's try the 8-inch.
Yep.
Cool.
There you go.
Oh, there it is. Yep.
Oh man.
Nice and quiet.
Yeah, the wind along.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's good feedback.
That's
Love
some hang
that
time.
sound.
There we go. All right.
3 950s in a row.
Make it 4.
Alright, I gotta hit one.
Make it 5. Make it just 5. That's it. All right. It likes the IMI for what it's worth to the camera.
Alright.
Razor Core.
I gotta hit one.
So not too shabby for a 16-inch 308. That's not marketed to be a precision long-range rifle, but hey, what the heck? I figured why not change it up? You guys know I like long range, so what the hell? I'm gonna see what the Spear can do in 308 anyway. So that was kind of fun. And so also, like I said, May 7th, I'm gonna upload the video comparing it to the SCAR. So I won't just show all the footage from there, but just so I could show you with a little bit more reasonable setup, like an EOTech and magnifier setup. Here's some close range shooting. So guys, again, kind of a first look here. I'm just going to keep this video nice and brief. This was mostly just kind of like the first look into it. Definitely kind of wanting to show some medium long range to it as well, and to announce the fact that you guys can win this thing. So that's all this video. But stay on the lookout. May 7th, I'm going to go ahead and make a little bit more of a thorough video with it, comparing it to the SCAR 17. So check that out when that video comes out. But again, this contest goes through May 7th. So get those entries in if you guys want a chance to win one of these. Otherwise, you'd pay those stupid prices, and I know I'm not going to be doing that myself. So thought this is a pretty cool opportunity. Once again, I want to give a big thanks to GetEnteredToWin.com for thinking of me for this one, and for thinking of such a rifle to do this with. Pretty freaking cool. But guys, wrapping that up, again, we're going to do one more video with this May 7th. Otherwise, it's just going to be me waiting for me to get my personal spear, whenever that might be. But that does it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. See you guys next time.